Hey guys, welcome to today's Vehicle Visionary. Today I'm back at Jimmy Granger Ford. We're going to take a look at the 2021 Ford Ranger Tremor package. We're going to talk about what exactly this package features. And one interesting thing right off the top, notice the fact that I'm saying it's a package. It's not actually a trim level. And what does that mean? The significance to that reality is that you can get the Tremor package on two different trim levels. So depending on what you want to spend or what features and options and all the functionality that you want, you have two different options. The XLT, or as we're going to look at today, the Lariat. So you're going to have all the typical features and functionality of those two trim levels with the addition of the Tremor package. And before we get too far into today's video, I'd like to say a special thank you to the sponsor of our video. That would be findthebestcarprice.com. And how does that benefit you? If you are looking for a new car, whether right now or somewhere down the road, maybe you watch this video a few months from now, and you're looking for a new vehicle, a car, truck, SUV, hit the link down in the description of this video. It will be the very first thing you see. Findthebestcarprice.com offers free training that will teach you how to go about buying your next vehicle the same way that a professional auto broker does business. So what happens is they will give you information, training, how to contact the dealerships through email, and basically start a bidding war for your business so you win. Okay, enough about that. Let's talk about this truck. As far as the exterior colors, or available exterior colors, this one being the carbonized gray. That's quite a popular color. I'm seeing that on so many of the trucks I've reviewed this year so far here at Jimmy Granger Ford. And of course, it's not the only exterior color available. Listing those on the screen as you can see right now in case you're curious to know. And one thing you'll find in quite a few different places, the magnetic painted grille here, the same color is going to be down there on the bumper and on the wheels as well. And something that I found interesting here, let's say you were on Jeopardy or playing trivia at home with your friends or family or something along those lines, and you were asked about the area where you see the red accents on the grille right here. If somebody said, what's the specific name for that area of the grille? If you really want to sound smart, it's called the nostril. So those are red painted nostril accents on the grille, something I thought was very interesting. And you will find a couple of tow hooks here in the front. And if you already know about the Tremor package and you walk around to the rear, at least on this particular truck, you're going to notice that there are no tow hooks in the rear. The only way you will find those in the front and the rear is if the truck does not have the towing package. So you don't have tow hooks in the rear back there because of that towing package, but okay, no big deal really. I mean, you could still pull other trucks, the Toyota Tacomas that get stuck out where you're off-roading with your Ford Ranger Tremor with the front tow hooks, no problem, because obviously you're not going to be the one getting stuck. And while there's only one engine option available, it's not hurting for horsepower, it's not hurting for torque. 270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. So when you go into four-wheel drive, you're gonna have plenty of power to put to the ground. It's got a 10-speed automatic transmission. So getting around when you're out off-roading and doing whatever you may be doing with this particular model of truck, not going to be a problem. And if you'd like to know what the underside of the truck looks like, here is a quick look at that. I'm just gonna drive over the top of the GoPro and try and give you a decent look. And one thing that I'm almost always asked about, if I don't talk about it in the video, somebody's going to ask about it in the comments. Does the vehicle have turn signal indicators built into the side view mirrors? Which obviously, as you can see, that is the case here. Of course, you've got that Lariat badging here on the side. We talked about that being one of the available trim levels that this particular Tremor package is available on. And something else that you might like here, you want to fold your side view mirrors in. Those are power folding side view mirrors. I just hit a button on the interior. I'll show you where that is on the screen for you so that you can know and to make getting in and out of the interior much more simple for front and rear passengers. You've got the hoop steps here on the side, driver and passenger side, and I talked about the size of these all-terrain tires that definitely have plenty of gripping capabilities. But what size are those wheels? Well, they're 17-inch wheels, and because of the size of the tires, they probably look smaller than they actually are. And in addition, you're going to find a terrain management system, trail control, 4x4 electronic rear locking differential, and an off-road screen. There are available hood, body side, and tailgate graphics. You also have the Tremor box side decal, which you do have on this particular model. And what about towing and payload? Well, none of that actually changes, although it's not bad regardless. You still have 1,430 pounds max for your payload and a potential max towing capacity for the Ranger at 7,500 pounds. And here in the interior, you got the ebony seats with the black interior inserts, and you can't miss that Tremor logo that's stitched into the seat backs here in the front, and all of the other features and functionality that you would find on the Lariat trim level. But definitely one of my favorite features here is the fact that you have 6 pre-wired switches here. There are so many different options. In fact, tell me down in the comments, what are you using these switches for? These pre-wired switches. There are so many options there. You could add a light bar across the top if you wanted to, a winch. Everything is very convenient there, and I do like the fact that it's just simple. You just wire right into that, pre-wired, ready to go, no problem at all. Of course, you've got all of the other great features here, plenty of storage. You've got connectivity with USB ports. You've got your towing mode, all that good stuff. And I do like the fact that, of course, you can turn off the auto stop start feature if you so desire to. And I realize a lot of people are going to say, well, I like having that feature, and that's fine. But if you want to save the life of your starter, it's better to turn that feature off, because it's going to cost you a lot more in replacement costs for something such as the starter for your truck than it would to save money in gas by using that feature. Okay guys, let's hop out on the road for a quick test drive here with the Ranger. And like I said earlier, it's not underpowered, and the good thing is I'm just kind of easing into the gas pedal. Plenty of pickup. I've already reached the speed limit without any trouble or any effort. Stay tuned though, because we are going to do a quick little 0 to 60 test. I've said for the longest time I was going to buy a draggy to use here on the Vehicle Visionary YouTube channel, and I finally did that. And here's the interesting thing about our 0 to 60 test. It's going to be a real life 0 to 60. We're not trying to equal any certain numbers. I have the air conditioner on. Different things are running here. We're not trying to go better than what Ford says this truck will do. We're just trying to see how realistic it is. I weigh about 175 pounds, but obviously with some of the changes to the suspension and the shocks and everything, will that affect how quickly this truck gets down the road? So we'll just have a little fun with that. Plus, I've been wanting to try this out since it came in anyway, but we're going to start using that in more videos. But the first thing I notice here is that I don't notice a really big difference in ride quality. It doesn't seem to be choppy or rough or uncomfortable or anything like that. Now, we'll get a little bit better idea on some of that on the way back to the dealership in just a little while, because on the way back, well, the road is a little bit more rough heading south as opposed to heading north as we are right now. Okay, here we go on our 0 to 60 test. Put the numbers up on the screen as far as what it actually did. Hopefully that worked. If it didn't, we'll just have to redo that. Now, I said we were going to look at overall ride quality, so let me switch lanes here real quick, because coming up the road here, we got a couple of bridges that are kind of rough to go over and a couple of patches in the road that weren't patched very well that make the road kind of rough. So unfortunately, the only downside here, I don't have a good place to go and really test this off-road, and I don't know that I would do anything too heavy with that, just based on the fact that this is a new truck from the dealership. So, you know, that's unfortunately something I don't get to do. I know there's other videos out there that definitely will show you what these trucks are capable of doing off-road, and I don't really have a good place to do that if we wanted to anyway, but I'm sure you can find some good videos on that. But as far as just overall over-the-road ride quality, let's see here. This is probably the worst area right here, and I have to say it was able to glide over those bumps, over that bridge and over the bumps pretty good. You know, it has a little bit of a choppy ride to it, but it's not bad. It's not miserable. It's really not too bad at all. In fact, if you had a little bit of a payload or maybe a trailer you were hauling, obviously that would make a difference. And that is a quick tour of the 2021 Ford Ranger Lariat featuring the Tremor package. Gotta say a special thanks to my friends here at Jimmy Granger Ford for loaning me this truck for the day, and all of you for taking the time to watch. Remember to check out the sponsor of today's video, findthebestcarprice.com, and I appreciate it as always, guys. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye-bye.